Cat.
Hey, how's it going? Ezekiel the Barber back with another hair vlog video for you. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Thanks for tuning in. Basically, we'll get right into it. I'm using the Oster Octane clipper today. We'll start with that. Right now, I'm using the 3.5 metal guard. So we'll just set our first guideline with that metal clip. Now, I like to kind of use this, I'll set this guideline about midway. So exactly where you see me using this 3.5 metal clip is exactly what I'm doing. It is what it is. So I'll basically just follow this guideline all the way around. Just want to be really thorough. Always comb down just to see what hair is there and what hair, you know, has already been cut. Okay. We'll just keep going over this. We'll go over it a few times actually, left and right. Once I get a section clean, I'll go on to the next section. That's basically what you see me doing here. And I like to use these clippers really flush. I noticed that it kind of cuts a lot cleaner when you use it really flush. Now, as you can see, those hairs kind of grow, you know, every which way. So, you know, you want to be able to kind of cut from every angle, right, left, up, down. Just kind of really, you know, find out where that hair grows from, go against the grain, and then that'll give you the true length of that hair and kind of get everything really even. Always use that comb. Comb is always your best friend, keeps all that hair out, debris out, shows you what you cut, what you didn't. No, I don't mean to sound so rhetorical, but a lot of this stuff will eventually start to sink in. The more you hear it, the more you see it. We'll just continue setting that guideline, making everything nice and clean, seeing where that hair grows from, go the opposite direction. That really gets it the true length of the guard that you have on. And always make sure you pull that ear anytime you get close or in or around the ear. Just pull that ear, make sure you get that really clean. A lot of times those survivors and little hairs will stick up and survive definitely around the ear because it's one of those areas that people just, you know, don't really clean well. They don't really have a good technique for just pulling that ear. You don't have to pull hard, but definitely pull enough to where you can kind of see if the hair's there, or if it's not, if you got it, if you didn't. All right, so we've basically gone over this a couple of times already. We're just gonna use that blow dryer to clear any hair or debris. Keeps the palette clean. And we'll go over everything one more time. Now, as you can see, once again, I'm just staying really flush. You could see the zone basically where I'm using this guideline in. Now, every client has, you know, different issues that, you know, you're going to have to kind of overcome, just like life. You know, obstacles come. So when you get a new client, you just basically have to try and kind of understand their hair textures, if there's any issues or spots that, you know, you might need to be warned about. Or these are just things that makes it a lot smoother for you as the barber, you know, just to understand their hair more. I noticed that when I get a new client, you know, the first haircut or two may take longer than all the other haircuts. And then once you kind of understand the haircuts, you understand the hair texture, what they want, if they're not changing their style up, it's pretty easy to follow the steps that you used previously. So in this case, I actually put on a 4 guard and open that guard all the way up. So now I'm gonna take this and set my next guideline and just go straight up. Okay, so you see that guard there, we're gonna use it and just go straight up. Right here, I'm actually using the Wahl 5-star Senior Cordless Clipper with the Babylis 4 guard. I like these interchangeable guards and what have you. I think that was a phenomenal idea. Just makes your job as a barber easy. You don't have to go looking for certain specific guards just because they work for this particular clipper. So I really like that. So once again, we'll just take that 4 guard, we'll go straight up. You don't want to dig in or anything. You just kind of want to go straight up, let the clipper do the cutting. All right. Now, I don't want to go too high when I set this second guideline because once again, normally I'll just clipper over comb everything that goes into the top anyways. I'll just go usually about a ½ inch under the parietal ridge area. If you don't know what the parietal ridge means, I would definitely suggest that you look it up. Really good term. The parietal ridge is basically the portion of your head that extends from the side to the top. So there's a little round edge. That's the parietal ridge, right kind of where I'm working now, and all the way around the crown of the head. Yeah, I know, getting too technical. I know. But yeah, it's good that you know this stuff while you're learning how to cut hair and what have you. So I just like to, once again, keep the palette clean so I can see what hair I cut, what hair I didn't. Things are kind of coming together. So right now, I just want to do what's called a gentleman's taper. And my gentleman's taper, I just kind of keep it low, nothing really high or super exaggerated. So what I'm going to do is just use my open clipper. So I have that Wahl 5-star senior cordless clipper. I'm just going to open that lever all the way and then set my first guideline. Now, once I set my first guideline, I'll close the clipper and then just, bump out the bottom line, the hard line that I set, and I'll continue that even if I have a guard on. So for instance, if I put the 0 guard on, I'll open that clipper all the way. I'll set a guideline anywhere from a ½ inch to a ½ inch, and then I'll close that clipper all the way and just bump out the bottom line. So you always just want to stay within the zones of the guidelines that you're fading. So basically I'm fading from bottom to top. So you see here, I'm grabbing the 1 guard. I'm gonna open that clipper all the way. Okay, and then we're gonna set our next guideline. And that's into that hard rough that you see there. I just wanna smooth everything out. Once again, this is a gentleman's taper, so I don't wanna get too high. I just wanna keep it a low, nice, smooth taper so that when it grows back for my man, everything grows back nice and smooth. And once again, I like to use this 1 guard to clean up on the edges of the clipper. So even though I used a 3 and a 4, I'll still use this 1 guard just on the edges, like around here, around the ear, just like right there, just to kind of take that hard weight off of the haircut so that when I line it up, everything looks nice, it looks clean, it grows back nice and smooth. I'll also take this 1 guard and taper it in from the sideburn right into that 3, nice and smooth. While I'm here, I might as well take care of these eyebrows. We'll go ahead and use that 1 guard and go right over those eyebrows, nice and smooth. Now you can kind of gauge it. You don't have to go super hard flush against there. I didn't want to get it a true one. I just wanted to take off some of those longer hairs that kind of pop and stuck out, just to kind of flatten things up. I didn't really want a true one there. So, all right. Perfect. Things look good on that side. I just kind of want to repeat those same steps on the other side. Use that 1, clean around the ear, grab that ear. Perfect. And then do the same thing here. All right. So everything looks pretty smooth. Nice, smooth transition. Looks a lot better. So then we'll just comb the eyebrow out. We did the other side. We just want to keep everything even. Clean off those little hairs that stick out. Boom, much better, much better. All right. You want to go nice and smooth. You don't have to go hard. Just let those clippers do the cutting. There it is. All right. So once again, I told you all before that I'll eventually clipper over comb the sides into the top. That's all I'm doing now. I'm using a pretty thick comb, as you can see, and any hair that sticks out that I think just takes away from the haircut, I just want to get that out of there. Now I'll do that all the way around. Sometimes I'll come right back around and do it. Now I won't take a lot of hair off to begin with. I'll just kind of take a little bit off and see how it looks, comb everything out. Ryan, that looks pretty good there. So we'll just do the same thing right around the crown area here where the cowlick is. You always want to kind of make sure you get that. This area likes to grow out really fast. So sometimes I'll even take that shorter. Now we'll just continue on with the clipper over comb technique all the way around, merging the side of the fade into the top of the hair. Makes everything nice and clean. All right, perfect. All right, that's looking good. Always want to brush down, see what's cut, what's not. Any of those hairs that kind of stick out in no man's land, take care of those. And notice those hairs on top that kind of stick up. I'll also use my clipper in what's called like a freehand technique. And I'll just basically, clip those hairs right off. Just make everything really smooth and really flow. So I'm going back to the 3 guard in this case. I just want to, now this is a 3 plastic. And I'm still using the Wahl 5-star senior cordless clipper. I just want to go over my work and make sure that everything merges and blends pretty smooth. All right, just cover over any areas that I see that might be thick or, uneven. My main objective and main job is literally just to make everything nice and even and make sure everything flows. All right. You just want to, once again, just, I can't reiterate it enough. Just be really thorough. Any section you're in, you want to just pretty much cut north, south, east, and west. Just really be really thorough. That's the only way to get haircuts really even and everything to kind of really flow. All right, so it looks like we're doing pretty good here. Now we're gonna start focusing on that top. I like to kind of gauge it, show them how much. That's, that sounds like it's good. It looks like it's good right there for him. We'll set a guideline, take that hair off. Thank you, sir. And then we'll just start working everything around. We'll grab that guideline. We'll just follow that. You see where it started? We'll make it meet. Boom. All right, good side angle for you. We'll just make all that meet. Boom, there it is. Looking pretty good there. Just want to grab part of the hair that I just cut, part of the hair that I didn't, make it meet. There it is. Keep following that guideline all the way around. Now he likes to wear his hair pretty much in basically like comb over style, and his comb over goes to the left. So a lot of times any of that left hair that sticks off, and you'll see me do that later, you just want to make sure that you make that nice and flow and kind of get that really tight. We're just gonna still follow that guideline, make everything meet. Perfect. All right, comb everything out. There's a little hair pretty high there. You always want to cross-reference and cross-check your work. You don't have to move too fast or anything. Just follow those guidelines and you'll be just fine. Okay, we'll basically do this all the way around. This client has really thick hair, so it's good to have, some, really good shears to be able to, do whatever job you need. All right. We have the top just about done. Now, since his hair is also thick, I like to suggest using thinning shears. I like to thin my client's hair out. It just makes it easier for them in the mornings and what have you whenever they need to style it. It creates a wavy or textured look. We're just gonna use that blow dryer to get some of this loose hair out of here. Once again, to see what we've cut, what we still need to cut. Just get any of that loose debris out. They don't wanna go home with that. They need to leave that here anyways. So the blow dryer is a really good way to do that. Just comb through it. All right, so we saw kind of what else we needed to do and clean up a few more areas. So we basically decided to clipper over comb a few more areas out, smooth it out just a little better. And when you're doing these haircuts, I mean, you're basically chiseling at the haircut, just working it down, just the way you like it, just the way the client likes it, just making everything flow and look smooth. Now, sometimes to some people, cutting hair can be challenging, but as long as you know the basics and, you kind of know the rules to it, seeing is believing. That's another reason why I created this channel. So you actually really get a chance to see, how it really is in a barbershop, the stroke that's used, the guards that's used, the clippers that are used, the different types of clippers that all come together on one haircut. I mean, a lot of good information for you guys. You probably will have tuning into this station. So we'll just, keep doing haircuts for you all, different types of haircuts. All right, so we're just gonna spray a little water in. We're gonna use those thinning shears that I told you about. Just kind of, thins his hair out, makes it wavy, makes it a lot easier for him to control. All right, gives that good textured look. I like to always keep that comb in between the scalp. That's a good way to protect the client and you from a lawsuit. All right, so we'll keep texturizing that hair. You don't want to texturize too much in one spot. It'll definitely insinuate a bald look. So you just kind of want to be, really easy, real moderate, depending on the thickness of the client's hair. Now, this client has really thick hair, so, I'm doing this probably a lot more than I would someone else with easier going hair. All right, just dig in there. Now, you can either do just the tips. Sometimes I'll do lower. In this case, I'm going about halfway down. I think that'll create good texture without insinuating a bald look as well. All right, we're getting that hair out of there. Perfect. All right. So we'll definitely comb that out, blow dry everything out, get as much loose hair out as we possibly can. In this case, I like to go to a thinner comb because it kind of helps get all the hair out a lot easier than using a thicker comb, where the bristles are actually further apart. All right, so I'll blow as much out as I can. You're not going to get everything out, of course, but this just definitely helps a lot more than leaving all that in there. So as a finishing touch and double checking my work, I like to use this technique. It pulls the hair up, allows me to see kind of, what's not even, and then go ahead and have a second opportunity at getting that right. All right, I'll just pull that hair back. All right, see what sticks over. Boom, try to get that as even as possible. This is a really good technique that I like to use. Shear over comb. All right. All right. Once again, we'll just comb through and blow that loose hair out of there. Get as much out as we can. Just comb around just to see if anything else kind of blows out of there. Look to see if everything looks pretty even. Everything looked pretty good there, so we'll go on to the next part where I'm basically just outlining his haircut for him. So this is the way that this client likes to line his haircut up. So I'll basically just do that same thing. I'm using the Babylis trimmers in this case. Really good cordless trimmers. They're really good for getting in those really tight areas. They cut well. Definitely one of my favorite clippers. Just pull that ear back, make sure, double check, see if there are any hairs there that kind of survived. Right, that looks pretty good on that side. We'll just go ahead and start by putting his lineup in on the left side. So we'll try to follow that natural lineup. Go nice and really easy there. Okay, that's looking pretty good there. We'll just work our way around. And once again, you just want to have a really nice and soft and easy touch. We'll just repeat those same steps on the opposite side. Use those corners, get in there, get those hairs out of there. Pull that ear back, get that little corner, use the corner of the clipper to get in there really good. All you have to do is have a really light touch. Let the clipper do the work, just guide it. That's all I'm doing here. All right, just want to match both sides. Make sure everything looks even. All right. All right, perfect. It's looking pretty good there. Very good. And the more you go over it without digging, you know, it'll get cleaner. So you don't have to dig when you do this. Just have to guide the clipper. Want to make sure I clean in the ears, see if any ear hairs are there. Clients really appreciate this one. And then I'll also take the time and see if any hairs are sticking out in this area that stick over the front and no man's land. This is really the first thing that people are going to see when they notice you. So you always want to make sure that the lineup or any hairs that are out of place, or, you know, if they don't go with a haircut, then just get rid of them. They're in no man's land. So I'm showing you the 3-guard here. I'm using the 5-star senior cordless clipper once again with the 3-guard. Just going over my work, making sure everything is fine-tuned, cleaned up. Just want to be really thorough. Everything appears to be going pretty smooth, but you know, you just always want to make sure you double, triple, sometimes quadruple check everything. In this case, that's what we're doing, quadruple checking. Right, and I feel much safer if I go this route. Just makes me feel like, you know, the haircut was that much cleaner. I see hair coming off, that means, you know, it wasn't in vain, so I feel pretty good about everything. Now I'll just spray some water in just to kind of mimic gel. A lot of my clients nowadays, after the whole COVID thing, some people will take gel if, you know, if they have somewhere to go, but the majority of the people, if they're going home, there's no need. Just spray water in it, make sure everything works right. You know, definitely don't want any surprises with any survivors or anything when you get home. So I like to spray that water in, show them kind of what that looks like on top. Once everything's good there, I'll go into this step here where I'm, you know, gonna clean the neck area up. Anything that Sanex strip covered, we just basically want to get rid of that and make sure everything's clean. Looks pretty good to go here. All right, so we'll blow everything off once again. Use that blow dryer, get rid of any loose hair. Okay, everything looks pretty good here, so looks like we're in pretty good territory. Thanks for watching another video vlog, Ezekiel the Barber. If you liked it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Till next time.